Before we start off today's video, if you guys would like to join my Discord server, link will be in the description and it will also be in the pinned comment. Apparently the link only lasts for 7 days, so if you are watching this video after 7 days of this video being released, then please do use the video that is the latest, the one that has been less than 7 days, as that will be the one that works, if it's been more than 7 days of course. But anyway, let's get right into it. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This here is the Nissan Pulsar, and it's basically a large hatchback by Nissan that rivals cars like the Peugeot 308, the Vauxhall Astra, the Ford Focus, the Seat Leon, Volkswagen Golf, Skoda Octavia, and the Volkswagen Golf. But weirdly, we never talk about it, we never hear about it. I don't know why it is, and to prove it, I have got a thumbnail, well part of a thumbnail from my YouTube videos, and if you like a different one, then here's this one. I use these for my reaction channel, so if I've got like what the hell moment, then that will be me in the thumbnail. But you know, no one talks about it. Why this is, I don't know. I feel like it lacks presence. You know, you never see them where I am in London. I've barely ever seen them. It's just rare. I mean, obviously as a car person, you know, you see a Golf and you think, oh, it's just a Golf. You know, if you see, I don't know, a Ferrari, you obviously say, oh wow, look at that. But I feel like the presence of a Golf is more than the presence of this Nissan Pulsar. I know I'm saying it wrong, I just can't get myself to say it right. But anyway, besides that, let's get right into the video. Okay, so when it comes to the exterior looks, to me the car is inoffensive. I mean, I do feel like it does take cues from other Nissan cars, which ones I can't tell you, but I do feel like it's there, the design language. So the front, I mean, it's not ugly. I mean, you obviously got your normal grille and you got some free lines from the Nissan inside, which is actually not too bad. I mean, the lights aren't exactly ugly and the rest of it is just, well, as it is. The side profile, well, from some bits it does look a bit bulbous, but it's not actually bad. It doesn't look horrible. I mean, it is just a car, but you know what? The overall shape, it's, you know, it's better than a Golf. The Mark 7/75 Golf is just a box, and I literally, same with the Polo, it's just, you know, it's just straight lines. Same for the up actually. When it comes to the rear, well, the lights are some like triangle shape sort of deal, which, you know what, I can't really complain with. The back, well, it just slopes somewhat and then it comes back in where the number plate is, and then the actual bumper is not, you know, too bad at all. I mean, it's plain, but it's got a bit of flavour. You know, it's kind of like, how do I put it? As an Indian, I eat things like cumin seeds that are grounded and chili. Now my granddad does this when he has jacket potato. So when I have a jacket potato, you know, jacket potato is plain, you know, beans, cheese and the jacket potato. But I add a little bit of flavour to it. I add those cumin seeds and I add that chili on top of it. And there we go, it's got a bit more flavour and spice to it. Not as much as, you know, you would hope for this Nissan Pulsar, but it's kind of like that. When it comes to the interior, I do feel like it's a bit plain. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get different colours for the interior, sure, I'm happy with that. You know, it does add a bit of, you know, choice to your life. But I just feel like the rest of it, well, it just, I mean, like the vents are just normal square. The hazard lights, well, I mean, they're not square, but they're just plain. The steering wheel just looks somewhat plain as well, just with, you know, silver plastic strips with buttons on them. And then the infotainment screen, well, that's quite small. I mean, I know this was from a time where, you know, the infotainment screens weren't, you know, what they are today, but still the rest of it just isn't there for me. I'm not seeing much, it's just black and grey really. Now there could be a reason for this. They may have been trying to save money and they may not have wanted to, you know, put some flair into it, and if, you know what, if that's the case, then that's the case. But personally, as someone who doesn't even know what the case is, I'm just gonna say it is a bit plain. I mean, I'm pretty sure the materials are durable though, so that. Now when it comes to the performance, there are 3 engines to choose from. There's 2 petrols and there's 1 diesel. Now as there's only 3, I am gonna review all of them. So the first one is the least powerful petrol version. So it's a 1.2 litre inline 4-cylinder with a turbo, 113 horsepower and 140 pound-feet of torque. It is front wheel drive and it does weigh more than 1,245 kilograms depending on what trim you have. Gearbox is either a 6-speed manual or a CVT gearbox. Now this is the only engine with an automatic option. Now if you do put your foot down, the CVT will whine. Now if you're an ordinary person who'd buy this Nissan, then like I say in other CVT sections and other car reviews, if you're just your average person, you're not going to care. It's just an automatic gearbox and that is literally kaput. That is period, full stop. But if you are a car person like me who, well, just hates them, then it's a con. But to your average person, you can cut that con out. 0 to 60 is 10.5 seconds for the manual and 12.3 for the CVT. And the top speed is 118 miles an hour for the manual and 115 for the CVT. Next is the most powerful petrol. Now you could consider this a hot hatch, but it just isn't. I mean, sure, it's the most powerful petrol version and it's got a decent amount of power, but it's still not up there. I mean, power could be upped more and the suspension still ain't done to deal with, performance of a hot hatch. And the looks, well, saying looks is an overstatement, whichever one it is. Anyway, 1.6 litre inline 4-cylinder with a turbo, 187 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. Front wheel drive again, and it does weigh more than 1,315 kilograms. It only comes with a 6-speed manual and 0 to 60 is 7.6 seconds, so that is kind of sprightly. Think of it as a junior hot hatch except bigger, and something like a Suzuki Swift, but this is just a lot bigger. And the top speed is 135 miles an hour, so that's not too bad. When it comes to the diesel, well, you got a 1.5 litre inline 4-cylinder turbo. All of these engines are turbocharged, as you can clearly read in here. 108 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Front wheel drive. This one does weigh more than 1,305 kilograms, and it comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox only. 0 to 60 is 11.1 seconds, and the top speed is 115 miles an hour. Now, when it comes to the practicality, well, the boot is 385 litres big, and that is actually bigger than the Golf of the era, so that's obviously good. I mean, I'm pretty sure I read some review that said, some rivals are bigger, but you know what, this is actually average, it's decent for its size, so really you cannot complain. Where you definitely cannot complain is at the rear seats. The legroom and headroom were great. Practically, pun intended maybe, class leading, as one review said. So frankly, 6-footers, well, they should be happy. And really, that's all that is, because it's just so good. And all I have to say is, it's so good. And now we move on. When it comes to the handling and comfort section, I've decided to change this because I do include comfort, and comfort isn't really handling. So it's 2 separate things. So now we've got that, and it's a slight update. So hopefully that is, better for you guys. So when it comes to the actual handling, no, let's go for comfort first, it's easier. So the comfort was alright. I mean, it was nothing to complain about. It was, decent on the passengers. Sometimes on rough surfaces, the bumps could be felt, some reviews have said, but over bigger things like the bumps and the humps, then it actually dealt with it quite well, the suspension. When it comes to the handling, well, apparently it had a decent amount of grip, but there was some body roll in places. I know you expect body roll in a car like this, but apparently these reviews said it was a bit more than, well, average body roll would be for this kind of car. Some reviews also said that the steering lacks feel, so you can't really tell what's going on, and well, the CVT isn't going to be the best if you do have the option for, going down a B road. It's not going to be as best as a manual, of course, or just even a traditional automatic. And well, yes, like I said, it's got decent grip and it, has decent ride comfort, but it just lacks presence, like I said. I mean, this section, the handling, definitely lacks presence. I mean, the rest, I wouldn't say too much, but you know, this is definitely a section for me. But is there anything else worth noting? Ha 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 ha. No, there isn't. So, what is the verdict? Well, the pros are it has good headroom, good legroom. That's actually an understatement. It's actually great. I don't know why I wrote good. Decent boot space, various engines to choose from. It has adequate ride comfort, decent grip, and modest exterior looks. Now, there are more pros than cons, so it's a bit of an awkward situation saying it just lacks presence. I mean, it is a con that it lacks presence, you know. We're starting, you know, not at the top. So anyway, we've gone from car lacks presence. I just don't feel it. The CVT does drone under acceleration, but like I said, your average person, your average driver, you know, you can count that out. Lack of feel through the wheel. I mean, you know, your average person, again, not gonna give two craps, but you know, reviews have said it, so you know, I may as well say it. The interior does look bland. There may be a reason for it, but if there isn't, then well, there's that. And there is some body roll, more than there should be. But yes, that does conclude the review of the Nissan Pulsar. It's very bland in my opinion. I mean, you know, like the looks are modest, the interior is bland, you know, the ride comfort was, you know, it was good. Handling, well, there wasn't much to it besides the grip. Steering had no feel. Performance, well, no hot hatch version, and the rest is, yeah, it's just, yeah, you know what I mean. It just lacks, all of it causes a lack of presence, and a lack of presence is a con, so it's a bit of an oddball. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I get, you know, comments in the comment section saying, this was a bad review, your opinions suck, and all you're saying is wrong, and what you're saying makes no sense, and just blah blah blah. Well, whatever, you know, my review. But if you guys would like to check out my reaction channel, I've kind of given up now. I mean, I see no point in it anymore. This channel gets at least one new subscriber every week. That channel barely gets any, and for the amount of effort I put into that reaction channel, again, not worth it. I put less effort into this because there's no actual camera and video syncing to deal with, but I still get subscribers. So this is worth it, but unfortunately it isn't. But if you would like to check it out anyway, I will leave a link in the description below. I did say in the past that, you know, videos here and there. Unfortunately, that has not been true. I have not done it for ages, but I do have a video planned. And so when this bed bug thing on the London Tube thing has died down or just completely disappeared, I'm going to invite my friend over on the train, and we're going to do a video that is secret. It's a plan anyway, so hopefully that happens sometime. But yeah, and you know, I've got no car to review again. I'm sorry, it just comes in the middle of the week. But if you would like me to review a car, then well, you can let me know in the comments below. And well, I'll see you guys in next week's video, and I'm going to try a Mr. Who's the Boss thing. A subscribe to this channel would be pulsating, I guess. Maybe I'll try that in every video. Peace.